Welcome to the Get Found in Your Hometown educational series. My name is Ed Nyberg and I will be your host for this local online advertising video. The goal for this educational video series is to help small businesses learn the basics of local online advertising. Thanks for joining. Let's get started. Today we are going to talk about mobile responsive web design, what it is and why it is important for online advertising. Let's start off with what mobile responsive web design is. Mobile responsive web design is a web design approach aimed at crafting websites to provide an optimal viewing experience. Easy reading and navigation with a minimum of resizing, panning, and scrolling across a wide range of devices, from mobile phones to desktop computer monitors. Let's take a look at a few examples of websites that incorporate mobile responsive design. The first example we will look at is the website for the Inn at Lost Creek. As you can see, the desktop monitor has a very large image of the mountains. In contrast, you can see the two mobile devices displaying a different home page. You can also see the main navigation has a little different layout on all three devices. Here, we see a desktop monitor along with a smartphone and an iPad. As you can see, the information is presented nicely on all three devices. The next example is for Starbucks. You see many different devices here displaying the same information a little differently on each device. Remember, the goal is to make the user experience the same regardless of the device used. Notice the bottom row where you see the information displayed in both landscape and portrait. This last example is typical of a website that uses responsive web design. As we discussed, the goal is to use the same code to display the same information across many different devices. In the past, web designers used to create a secondary version of a website to be used with smaller devices. What a pain! Today, web designers use relative units like percentages versus fixed units like pixels. Websites now use grids designed to shrink or expand the page proportionately. One main key for success is the ability to make images fluid. That is, to allow a large image to shrink according to the device used. This couldn't happen seamlessly if the image was distorted in any way. Responsive web design code solved those issues. How does the website know which size to display, you might ask? This is where your browser steps in to help. Today's browsers can detect the size of the window and pass along this information to the website, thus calling up the correct size. Simple as pie, right? In actuality, it is much more complex than what I've described here. The code behind the website does all the heavy lifting. Suffice it to say, we won't worry about all those details in this video. Okay, so now we know the basics of mobile responsive design. Why is this important? Simple answer, how many people do you know who are rushing out to buy a new desktop or laptop computer? Not many, right? Everyone is buying smartphones, iPads, or other types of tablets. What you see happening is real and backed up by these statistics from Morgan Stanley research. Tablet unit sales are growing much faster than PCs ever did, and they are growing at a 52% rate in 2013. Look at that spike from the first quarter in 2011 to the first quarter of 2013. That is one big spike. These are the most current numbers, but my guess is that this trend is continuing or even rising greater in 2014. Now let's look at some real-world numbers. Here's an example of our website, HometownLocal.com. Out of 858 total visitors for this time period, 411 visited the site from a mobile device, which equals 48.1%. If any of these visitors couldn't navigate and move around the site seamlessly, we run the risk of having a visitor leave the site quickly and move on to a competitor website. Remember, every website is one click away from losing a site visitor. As you might have guessed, our website is mobile responsive. Go check it out on a mobile device and see for yourself. Just type in HometownLocal.com. Okay, How can you tell if your website is mobile responsive? Here is a quick website with a tool that makes it easy for you to find out. The website address is www.studiopress.com/responsive. Let's open up that website and test it out. Here is the website address again if you didn't get a chance to write it down. Once you go to the website, you see it preloaded with the StudioPress website. You will see the default view, or you can select the view that I like best, called Device Sizes. For this exercise, we will select Device Sizes. Now you can see the different types of mobile devices. We have a small phone, an iPhone, a small tablet, and an iPad. As you scroll to the right, you will see bigger displays for laptops and desktops. Play around with the scroll bars for each device to see how the information is displayed. Now let's add another website to see if it is mobile responsive. Let's use Moody'sHaulingandCleanup.com. This is a junk removal company in Omaha, Nebraska. So if you need a garage cleaned out in Omaha, call Moody's. But I digress. As you can see, the site displays perfectly for each device. The images look great. Okay, now it is your turn. Use this tool and see if your website is mobile responsive. If not, you now know the importance of having a website that displays great for all of your visitors. I hope this video was useful, and I wish you much success with your online advertising. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions on this video or online advertising in your hometown, just give us a call or send us an email. We look forward to hearing from you.